Welcome back to the Battle for Greyport. We're playing the revised version of the Interrupted Party. And so let's just continue on. First player, right now, the active player, I should say, is Bryn the Boatswain. And so we get to decide on playing one hero for Bryn and one hero for Chronos. Bryn is going to end up playing himself. Again, he rolls the white die. It's probably the best option for him. He does have a ship mage with a wand of magic missiles, but I think he's not going to play that. He's going to play himself, which he'll be rolling a white die. Now for Chronos, I don't think he wants to use the assassin. Very powerful attack at the moment. So I think he's just going to go ahead and play a single solitary soldier card. So that's what he will be playing. And so then now it is time for attacking. And so we've played a hero. We can play an item, but we don't have items to play on heroes. And then we fight an active monster for the location. If there's no monster here, then we can attack any of the other monsters other than the active monster, which is this one warg. So I think we're going to start with Bryn. He's going to roll a white die. Now, if he rolls a 5 or 6, he'll kill the warg, which would be awesome. Let's see what he gets. He gets a 4. All right, well, that's not bad. That is going to put 4 damage on the warg, which actually works out quite nicely. So that's Bryn, and I guess I will kind of tap him because he's already activated. It'll become more important later when we have a whole pile of heroes out. And Chronos the Mage, of course, played the one soldier. The one soldier does 1 damage. 1 damage to the warg, takes him to 5 hit points. The warg is defeated and out of here. So that's the end of the warg. He is toasted. All right, good stuff. And that's the 2 characters playing their things. Now we're going to go right into the cleanup phase. This is for all players. We're going to resolve any cleanup abilities on cards. Well, there aren't any. Then we're going to discard all played cards. Well, yeah, we could have taunted, but we didn't bother. We're not going to take any damage. So we are going to refresh. The hero, the active hero refreshes during their turn anyway after we do this. So I'm just going to put him back here as refreshed. And I totally forgot the monster damage phase. So, wow. So it's monster damage. Now, there's no monsters here, so that's kind of why I skipped it. However, we still need to do the monster damage for Greyport City Hall. So we're going to zoom in on that, and we're going to take our lumps at Greyport City Hall. All right, Greyport City Hall is going to get hit 1 damage from the giant cobra, 1 from the armored worm, 7 hit points. Greyport City Hall is now down to 5 hit points. If we lose this location, each player loses a hit point. Not really concerned that we're going to lose this location at the moment, though. All right, let's get back now. That was doing things slightly out of order, which I apologize. Should have done the cleanup after we did this. So this has now happened. No harm, no foul at the moment. All right, let's go back and continue on with the cleanup. And so basically, continuing with the cleanup, yes, we discard played cards for both active player and the non-active player. So continuing on, we've done that. Discard any unused shield tokens. We had no unused shield tokens. Now it's recruit time. So Bryn the Boatswain can recruit. Now he can't taunt now because he can only taunt during your round. So that when we're into the ending of the round, we're unable to taunt anymore. So I did say you can use a taunt thing at any time on your turn. That's incorrect. You can only do it during the round, not ending of the round. Just to clarify that a little bit. All right. So it is recruit time, and Bryn has 2 copper and 1 silver recruit. And if we recruit a physical, item, we get to snipe 1. So let's keep that in mind. Let's go up here to the heroes and item area, and we're going to have Bryn do some recruiting. All right, so once again, we have Bryn the Boatswain doing some recruiting. He has 1 silver and 2 copper. And what does he want to do for recruiting. Hey, I think he's going to spend his silver and he will recruit the mace, which is a physical item, so he gets to snipe one right away. The mace goes into his hand, will be replaced with the protecting ring. It has a taunt and cleave. Okay, cleave means you'll deal damage to everything in the monster group, doing 2 damage. Wow, that's quite a good ring. All right, let's not forget the snipe one. We're going to have that ability take place right now. And we're going to snipe the giant boar that is sitting right here with Chronos the Mage for 1 damage. It's going to take the giant boar to 4 damage. Okay, let's continue on now with Bryn's turn. Okay, so continuing on, we take a look at recruiting. We recruited the mace, we did the snipe one, and then we do discard. So the active player, so Bryn can discard any cards he wants, and I think he will... Nah, I don't think he's going to discard anything. And then he's going to refill up to 5 cards, so he gets to draw 2 more cards. So he draws 1, and he'll have to shuffle his discard pile quickly here and draw 1 more card, taking him to 5. All right, shuffle, shuffle. He gets 1 more card. He gets a deckhand. All right, good stuff. So this will be his draw deck. This will now be his hand. So he has a humongous mallet. 1 damage. It says, when you deal fight damage to a non-boss monster, move that monster to any player's monster group. So you basically smash the monster out of your area into somebody else's. So that's going to be his hand. Good stuff. And now we pass the taunt marker over to Chronos the Mage. When we come back, Chronos gets to take a turn. All right, so we've Chronos the Mage. Now, of course, each player can play 1 hero. And each hero can attach 1 item. And so what we're going to do is we're going to have Bryn is going to play the Ship Mage with the Wand of Magic Missiles. That's going to be what he's playing. That's going to do 2 damage, which if you think about it, going to take out the giant boar. That is pretty awesome. And then Chronos the Mage can play... I think Chronos the Mage is going to play... should he play himself? Well, he has no items, though. So I think he is going to play the Assassin right now. The Assassin is rolling a yellow die +2, and the Assassin ignores tank, ranged, and monster armor. This is going to be pretty important, I think, for what's going to happen. All right. See if I can do. So play 1 hero, play an item. So now it's fight an active monster or a location monster if there are no active monsters. The defending player may use the taunt marker to taunt a monster. You know what? We're not going to taunt these guys down from City Hall because I have a plan. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to have the Ship Mage with the Wand of Magic Missiles attack the giant boar, giving it 2 damage. That takes it to 6, and that defeats the giant boar. The giant boar is now out of here, gone, away from Chronos the Mage, which is pretty awesome because now Chronos can use his Assassin to attack one of the 2 monsters up at Greyport City Hall. So let's take a look at this. I'm going to roll a yellow die +2, and the Assassin ignores tank, ranged, and monster armor, which is cool. And so we're going to roll that yellow die right now and see what he gets. He gets a 3 +2, 5 damage, ignoring tank, ranged, and monster armor. So let's go up to Greyport City Hall, and we're going to apply 5 damage to one of these 2 monsters. Now, normally, if you're attacking this monster group, the Armored Worm and the Giant Cobra, you have to go for the tank first. But this awesome Assassin card says ignore tank, ranged, and monster armor. So we just totally ignore it, and we're going to put 5 damage right onto the Armored Worm, ignoring his armor, ignoring his tank ability. Boom, he has taken 5 damage. So we have the Giant Cobra at 2, Armored Worm at 5 damage now. Pretty cool. And next up, so that's the end of our heroes, our 2 heroes playing heroes. Now it's ending the round, and the round ends. Follow these steps. Monster damage. Well, our mage has no monsters in front of him. He will take no damage. Then we do location damage. So the monsters at Greyport City Hall will damage Greyport City Hall. 1 for the Giant Cobra, 1 for the Armored Worm. 5 hit points down to 3. Okay, that's not too bad. We still can survive 1 more round of the monsters attacking there. And now we're going to be doing the cleanup for all players. So I'm going to back the camera out again. We're going to do cleanup. All right, cleanup time. So cleanup means we do cleanup abilities. We discard all played cards. So Bryn is going to discard the mage and the wand of magic missiles, and Chronos will discard his assassin. Pretty cool. All right, that's that. Now it is discard any unused shield tokens. We don't have any. Recruit for the defending player. Our defending player is our active player here, Chronos. Chronos is going to recruit. He has a silver coin and 2 coppers. Let's see what he wants to recruit. All right, Chronos is going to recruit. Yes, he is actually... What is he going to recruit? He's going to spend a copper coin, and he's going to recruit the attenuating ring, which does 2 damage, and draw a card when you play this, and you get to play another hero. So this is awesome. He puts that into his hand. It wasn't a physical card, so he doesn't get the snipe ability. And next coming out is an Elven Bow. Oh man, silver, and it is snipe 6. You can attach that to a physical hero. Cool. All right, that was recruiting. Now it is time to go back to Chronos, see if he wants to discard any cards. All right, so we're back to Chronos here. This is his current hand. Does he want to discard any cards? I think he's going to discard his 2 acolytes, and he'll keep his soldier. So he discards the 2 acolytes, keeps the soldier, which means he only has 2. So he gets to draw 3 cards. 1, 2. He draws a short sword and a chronometer. And we'll have to shuffle his discards now, and he'll be drawing another card. Let's take him to 5. All right, so far, so good. So he draws another card, and he gets another chronometer. Cool. All right, well, so his hand now is short sword, 2 chronometers, the attenuating ring, and soldier. Wow, it looks like he can bring quite a bit of pain to the party. So that's pretty good stuff. And that's it. Now the taunt marker moves back to Bryn the Boatswain. And then we will have another turn happening. And so I think let's go ahead and do that. Up next again, the active player or the defending player will be Bryn the Boatswain. All right, Bryn. So we're going to be... Each character is going to be playing 1 hero. And we don't have to pull these guys down from City Hall. Did I do the monster? Yeah, I did the damage. So City Hall still has 3 hit points remaining. And so that is not too big a deal. I wonder if I should just go ahead and use the deckhand with the mace. That's going to be 6 damage. If we do 6 damage to the tank, he'll block 1. Yeah, we'll easily take the tank out. But before we commit that, let's take a look and see what Chronos has to play. He has no acolyte. Darn it, but he has... So, you know what? I think he's going to play... He's just going to play a soldier with the short sword. Chronos will play a soldier with a short sword. That's going to deal out 2 damage. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and we're going to have... do we want to do it that way? Yeah, we're going to go ahead and we're going to play the deckhand with the mace, dealing out 6 damage. And so now there's no active monsters here, so we can attack any other monster group. So we're going to head up here to Greyport City Hall, and we're going to be smacking on them. So we're going to be doing 6 damage right off the bat with the mace and the deckhand. Let's go do 6 damage to one of the 2 monsters. All right, and we're going to be dealing 6 damage to the armored worm. It's going to block 1, so it's going to take 5 damage, which would take it to a total of 10 damage. It's the tank, so we have to hit it first. 10 damage is enough to destroy the armored worm. It's out of here. And now we are going to go ahead, and the Chronos the Mage is going to play his soldier with a short sword doing 2 damage to the only creature left, which is the giant cobra, and that's going to take it to 4 damage. All right, and that's basically the end of the round for players playing heroes and attacking monsters. So now we're going to get to ending the round. All right, so ending the round, we take a look at monsters in front of Bryn. There aren't any, so he's not going to take any damage. Next, we have to go to the location and look at the monsters attacking that. And there's only one monster left attacking Greyport City Hall. That's a giant cobra doing 1 damage. Greyport City Hall goes from 3 hit points down to 2. All right, and with that done, we get to the cleanup phase, so let's go ahead and do that. And so the cleanup phase, pretty straightforward. We're just going to discard all played cards. Boom, discarded, and this is going to also be discarded for Chronos the Mage. So that's the beginning. Now we're going to discard any unused shields. We don't have any. Now it is recruit time. Recruit time for Bryn the Boatswain. He only has 2 copper coins left. Let's go and see what he wants to recruit. All right, with his 1 copper coin of 2, he's going to spend it, and he is going to recruit the clergyman. The clergyman here rolls a yellow die, and when you play it, a player of your choice draws a card. Okay, so he's going to go ahead and recruit him, and that's not a physical card, so it's not going to cause the snipe ability. Then we get another new card from the expansion, Cannoneer. Splash damage, roll a black die. Cool. And he rolls a white die and does black die splash damage. Black die is new from the expansion. I think it has a 1, 3 2s, and 2 3s on it. We'll get to that when we need to. So that was recruiting. No snipe ability because we didn't recruit a physical card. Let's continue on now with ending of the round. And so ending of the round, continuing on here, we have the defending player, of course, is Bryn the Boatswain, and his hand now has 2 cards. Now he can discard any number of cards, but he's going to keep both of these, which means he will then draw up to 5 cards. So 1, 2, 3 takes him to 5 cards. Oh, and he gets the Eagle Eye Sniper. That is awesome. So that's going to be his hand. And then I do believe that's the end of his turn. So this is the taunt marker now passes back to Chronos the Mage. And he is going to be taking his turn next. But because we're at just over the 20-minute mark, I am going to leave it here for today. Because once we take out the giant cobra, we're going to be changing locations, and it's going to take quite a while to process that, like 10 minutes. So I don't want to do it at the end of this video. It will probably happen very soon in the next video. And so I'm just going to readjust the camera here a little bit, and we're going to wrap up our episode for today. All right, so this way at least I can get the location in, the monsters that are with the location, and our 2 characters kind of all in screen at the same time. So basically we have Bryn is at 9 hit points, Chronos at 9. This of course is the introductory scenario, the revised one, which is much easier to deal with for new players getting into the game. So we have Greyport City Hall. Whoops, I forgot to move the indicator down. It only has 2 health left, but we're doing pretty well. The giant cobra only does 1 damage per attack. It has 4 damage on it of 10 health. Pretty confident we can get rid of that guy pretty quickly at the beginning of next episode. And that's going to be it. So thanks so much for watching along. Thanks for your comments, your subscriptions, and likes. Really appreciate it. Join me next time for the continuation Greyport City Hall, the Interrupted Party Revised Edition.